What is going on YouTube? It's your boy Dollar Mike back at again with another video. And in today's video, it is actually the first day of May, so you already know what we're doing. We're doing the portfolio update for the month of May. We're going to do my Robinhood portfolio update, the $27,000 portfolio now for the month of May. So let's not waste any time. Let's actually get right into the video. Let's go. If you guys don't know who I am, I make videos all about personal finance. So that means investing, credit cards, saving your money, budgeting, everything like that right here on the channel. So stay tuned, be locked in for that. Hit that like and subscribe button if you want to see more content like that. And check out those links down below, because those links down below will get you tons of free stocks and Robinhood, Webull, Public, M1 Finance. It'll get you some free crypto and Coinbase or Gemini, whichever one you want to use. And it'll also get you some free other stuff. So like, subscribe, check it out, the links down below. Check out the channel. I'm pretty sure you'll find something you would like. Either way, let's get into my $27,000 portfolio for the month of May. Alright, so let's open up the Robinhood portfolio, Face ID, and we are in. Currently, my portfolio is sitting at a nice $27,169.36. Overall, today I'm up $41. That's probably from my Dogecoin, which we'll get into later in this video. Over the past week, I'm up $469, roughly almost 2%. The past month, I'm up over a little bit over 8%. We're sitting at $2,192 or $2,192. Past 3 months, I'm up about 6%. $1,500. In the past year, I'm up about $8,500. And overall, since I've had my Robinhood account, which has been a little bit over a year, roughly a year and about, I would say a year and about 3.5 months. I've had it longer than that, but I never really used it or took it seriously until like a year and about 3.5 months ago. So here's a year and 3.5 months ago, which is $8,975.73. My current buying power is sitting at $142, and I invest $100 every single week to go into Robinhood. That'll go into stocks, options, whatever I plan on buying that particular week, or just go into my Robinhood account and then I hold to buy something later on in the future. Who knows what I may do with the money? That's what your buying power is for. Just have it sitting there so you never know. When you want to make a move, you can make a move. Either way, we're going to scroll down. You can see my options right here. We're actually not going to talk about options in this particular video, but we're going to go right to the stocks, because that's overall basically what my whole portfolio is the stocks. So let's jump into the first stock, and that first stock is Nintendo, sitting at $71.90 a share right now. I have about 5 shares of Nintendo with an overall return of 42%, or roughly $107. Good stuff there. And they also pay a nice dividend of 2%. Either way, with Nintendo, I'm overall a pretty big Nintendo fan. I'm a pretty big gamer when I actually do have time to game, so it makes sense for me to be invested in something like Nintendo. Overall, I really do love the company though. Either way, I'm not buying too many more shares right now. I'm actually just having the dividends I get reinvest and go back into Nintendo. But overall, in the future, I do plan on investing long term with Nintendo and probably will buy more shares. Just currently speaking, I'm not buying any more shares at the particular time, but I'm not selling anything at all. Next up, we have Microsoft, which is something I definitely think everyone should be invested in. Probably one of those forever companies that'll be around forever, like I just mentioned. And it's sitting at $252.18 a share right now. Overall, I have about 2 shares of Microsoft. Overall, up about 20% with those 2 shares, $81 to be exact. And they pay a dividend yield of roughly 1%. Past Microsoft, we have SPHD, which I actually stopped investing in. So make sure you go and check out my previous dividend video, because I stopped investing in SPHD because they actually just cut their dividend, but they're sitting at $44.20 a share right now. Overall, that dividend is coming in, or has come in yesterday, and it'll get reinvested tomorrow, because I'm actually recording this video on a Saturday. So it'll get reinvested into the stock market on Monday when the market opens. Either way, I have about 13.5 shares of SPHD, overall about 32% with them, and that's about $150. So I might actually just take out my gains with that and just go and put it somewhere else into a different particular stock. But for sure, I'm not buying any more shares right now because they actually just cut their dividend, which it is what it is, I guess. Past that, we have Prospect Capital, which is also paying me a monthly dividend. SPHD does as well. So both of these stocks pay a monthly dividend, as well as the real estate stocks that are coming up next. But either way, Prospect Capital sitting at $8.08 a share right now. I have about 115 shares, so I don't buy any more shares of this either anymore, because basically every dividend I get with Prospect Capital basically just buys me a whole nother share. So good stuff there. Overall, up about 69% or 70% with Prospect Capital. That's $385 to be exact. Good stuff for sure. And their dividend yield is 8.81% every single year. Past Prospect Capital, we have AG&C, which is basically real estate for Maryland, sitting at $17.99 a share right now. I have about 19 shares of them. Overall, up about 13% with them, or $40. And their dividend yield is 8%. Cool stuff. We'll be investing more for sure. Past that, we got the Medical Properties Trust, or MPW, real estate for basically hospitals. So they actually have hospitals, or they own hospitals in the United States, and I believe also in the United Kingdom. So good stuff there. Sitting at 22.15 a share right now. I have about 10 shares, overall up about 26% or roughly 27%, with a overall gain, I guess, in dollar wise, about $49. So their dividend yield is about 5%, and I can't complain there, and I definitely will be buying more. Past that, we got O Realty, which is probably everyone's favorite real estate stock. Realty income sitting at 69.21, which I believe is also roughly the 52-week high. Let's actually scroll down and see. 52-week high, 71.84. So yeah, this is roughly the highest price has been in a while. Well, within a year. So that's good stuff there. Overall, I have about 11 shares of them. Overall, up about 20% with them. $121 to be exact, and they have a dividend yield of 4%. Definitely will be buying more. I have no issues with them. They basically cover commercial real estate, so places like Home Depot, like Dollar General, like Walmart, they own all those places. They collect real estate income from those places. Then they pay you a portion of that basically every single month in a dividend. So all these stocks I just mentioned all pay monthly dividends. Solid stuff. Can't complain. Past that, we have Boeing. I actually don't invest in Boeing at all. I actually just bought Boeing at the bottom of the market when it actually got to roughly 95 a share. A little, around the time where everything had happened last year. Either way, I got Boeing at $99 a share, and I bought 5 shares at that particular time and never bought any more Boeing ever since. And I don't plan to buy any more anytime soon, but if it goes back up to $350, $400 a share, I probably will end up either taking some profits or selling. But for the time being, I'm just holding what I got. I have no worries in the world for Boeing because the only other option other than Boeing is Airbus, and I like Boeing more. Either way, up 134% with them, roughly $670. And they do pay a dividend, but they're not paying it right now, so basically they don't pay a dividend. Past Boeing, we have AT&T, probably one of the best dividend stocks that you can be invested in, sitting at $31.35 a share right now. Overall, they had a dividend coming to me on May 3rd, Monday, of $9.81, of roughly about 19 shares. Overall, up about 8% with those 19 shares, $44 to be exact. And their dividend yield is 6.64% every single year. AT&T, I believe, is a dividend aristocrat, so they've been paying this dividend, a solid dividend, for over 25 years straight and consistently increasing that dividend over those 25 years. So good stuff there. Like I said, one of the best dividend stocks to be invested in. If you're thinking about starting a dividend portfolio, AT&T, it kind of has to be on there. Past that, we have Coke. Coke is sitting at $53.85 a share right now. They actually just paid me a dividend over the past month. I have about 10 shares of Coke, 16% up, and that's roughly $80 if you're wondering. And the dividend yield for them is 3% roughly every single year. Next up is Ally Bank, one of my favorite banks that's actually an only online bank. I just think it's a solid bank. I've had only good experiences with Ally, so I highly recommend you use Ally. But they don't pay me to say that. I'm just saying, solid bank, had good experiences, cool stuff. Either way, $51.45 a share. I have about 9 shares. Do plan on buying more. Overall, up about 48% with them, $155 to be exact, and their dividend yield is about 1.5% every single year. Before a banking stock, I think that's fine, and they're pretty new in considering like other banks like Bank of America, Wells Fargo, a lot of bigger banks. They've been around a lot longer than Ally has. Either way, solid banking stock, and I have another one for you, which is JP Morgan Chase, sitting at $153.71 a share right now. I have about 4 shares of JP Morgan Chase. They just paid me a dividend on Friday. It'll get reinvested on Monday. As you can see, it says reinvesting. And overall, up about 14% with them, about $72. I have 2 credit cards with Chase. I plan on getting a 3rd credit card with Chase, and I also plan on using some of their other banking services. Overall, solid experiences with Chase. They're probably one of the best banking stocks for me personally, so I just like them. Cool stuff. They're a little expensive, but it is what it is. Like, you can't really get around that part of it. Past Chase, we have ExxonMobil, probably one of the best gasoline stocks for a dividend that you can go ahead and grab. $57.24 a share right now. I have about 13 shares. Overall, up about 37% or $207. And the dividend yield for that is roughly 6% every single year. I, to this day, still don't understand how they really pay this dividend because I swear they don't make that much, but maybe they do. I gotta check their balance sheets and stuff like that. But I have no issue with it because they've been paying me a consistent dividend for a while now. And if you didn't notice, we actually just swiped on over to see the next one, which is KMI or Kinder Morgan. This is actually the largest natural gas pipeline in the United States. And after reading this book, which I want to talk about books more on the channel, after reading this book, natural gas is pretty huge, I personally think. And the United States has a decent amount of natural gas. It could be a nice future for the United States as far as stepping away from just normal gasoline and stuff like that, or oil, basically, because we rely on oil in other countries. We need to rely on stuff that's actually here in the United States to, go ahead and make that GDP grow. Just make the United States overall a better and less third world dependent, if you know what I mean. Either way, Kinder Morgan, as I mentioned before, actually has the largest natural gas pipeline in the United States. I believe it connects the United States and Canada. So solid stuff there. Overall, I see extreme long-term growth with this. I'm not in this for the short term, I'm in this for the long term. And they also pay a solid dividend. So I only have one share. I just started my position. I'm going to be investing $5 every single week starting on Monday. And their dividend yield is 6.07%, which is very good. And I'll have to check their ratings and stuff like that. But overall, I'm excited to see what this actually has to offer. So maybe I'll sell some SPHD and move that into Kinder Morgan. That might be what I do. I haven't decided fully yet, but SPHD, definitely, I'm probably going to sell the gains on that. Either way, past Kinder Morgan, we have Emerson. So Emerson's good stuff there. Another one of those dividend aristocrats. I actually believe Emerson is a dividend king, sitting at $91.55 a share right now. I have about 4.5 shares of Emerson, overall up about 37%, $112, and they pay a solid dividend of 2%. Either way, the next one up is Disney, and with Disney is at $186 a share right now. I highly recommend Disney. I think they have so much to offer. I always thought they had so much to offer, but even more in 2021. Either way, highly recommend Disney. Definitely will be buying more. I have about 2.07 shares of them, overall up about 37% with those shares, $105. I invest in Disney every single month. Basically, every single time they charge me for Disney Plus, I go ahead and basically buy $8 worth of Disney stock. So cool stuff there. They basically, they pay a dividend. I don't think they're paying it right now, but either way, it's not a high dividend. I'm not really here for the dividend. I'm here for the growth on this one. Next up is Apple. As you guys know, I'm not even going to explain Apple. $131 a share right now. Overall, I have about 7.7 shares of Apple. Overall, up about 13% with those shares, $118. I invest in Apple, $5 every single week, no matter what the price is. And their dividend yield is 0.61. We're not here for the dividend yield. We're here for the growth with Apple and with Disney. And overall, that's mainly my whole portfolio is dividend stocks and growth stocks. Mostly dividend stocks, but if I gotta toss some growth on here too, it's cool stuff, and you can't really go wrong with these type of stocks regardless. Past Apple, we have Johnson & Johnson, a solid dividend stock, $162 a share right now, 2.5 shares of them, overall up about 6%, and their dividend yield is 2.46%. I believe Johnson & Johnson is a dividend king, so they've been paying their dividend consistently for 50 years straight. You cannot go wrong there, and over those 50 years, the dividend has actually increased every single year for 50 years straight. I think that's a win, It might not be the best growth stock, but if you're going to pay me a dividend for 50 years straight with no hassle, nothing, I'm going to take it. Johnson & Johnson. It needs to be in your dividend portfolio. Past that, we have Procter & Gamble, another one that needs to be in your dividend portfolio. They handle tons of different products, sitting at $133 a share right now. Have a dividend coming to me of $2 on May 17th. 2.3 shares of them, overall up about 9% with them, which is $24. And their dividend yield is 2.4% every single year. Another dividend king, I believe. Can't go wrong there. Past that, we got Lowe's. I believe another dividend king. I try to group them all together, but dividend king, Lowe's, $196 a share right now. I have about 70, they're paying me 78 cents on May 5th. 1.32 shares. Definitely plan on buying more. Overall, up 50% with what I actually put in. Wish I actually put more in when I bought it originally. And that is $85 to be exact. And their dividend yield is about 1%. So nothing crazy, but if they're gonna be consistent with the dividend and have decent growth, I'll take it. Past that, we have 3M, another dividend king, $196 a share right now. I have about one share of them, overall up about 26% or $44. Good stuff. And their dividend yield is about 3%, hence 3M. I think they'll always probably stay around 3%. Who knows? We'll see what happens. But cool stuff. Past that, we have Round Hill Sports Betting and iGaming ETF, $31.81 a share right now, ticker symbol BETZ. They basically handle the entire sports betting industry. So if you want to get invested in the sports betting industry like DraftKings, like trying to think of the other, Caesars Entertainment, and some of these hotels and stuff like casinos and stuff, then you can do that, sure, or you could just buy this because it puts it all in one single stock for you. And I have about 16 shares of them, overall up about 50%. I bought this early last year when I first found out about it. And plan on buying more. Have no issues at all. $170. They do pay a small dividend. I don't expect them to pay any dividends, so I'll take whatever dividend they actually give me. Either way, about half a percent every single year in a dividend. So cool stuff. Past that, we have Southwest Airlines. Cool stuff. I love Southwest. I haven't really used any other airlines, so I don't have any experiences with any other airlines. So I'd rather not be invested in any other airlines. But let me know what airlines you're invested in the comment section down below. $62.83 a share right now. I have about 2.5 shares of Southwest. Overall, up about 64% with those 2.5 shares. and they do pay a dividend. They're not paying it right now because of the pandemic, but they will probably one day. I'm not too worried about it. I got a nice return on it, so cool stuff. After Southwest, we got Ford Motors. The government simply won't let Ford Motors fail, so I'm not going to let it fail in my portfolio. Either way, 12 shares, overall up 26% with those 12 shares, and they pay a dividend yield of 1.33%. I don't know if they're currently paying that out. I don't believe they are, but when they do, 1.33% every single year. Nothing crazy, nothing fancy, but I do see Ford, especially taking on the whole electric game finally. I can see some solid growth with Ford, so we'll see what happens in the future. Fast forward, we got Walgreens, one of my favorite healthcare plays. A lot of people actually talk about Walgreens now on YouTube. Either way, for $53.15 a share right now. My position is at 16 shares. I also had options with this, double my money twice with those options. 28% on the total return, $187 to be exact. And their dividend yield is solid as well, 3.53%. I'm good. I think it's a solid stock. Even still, to this day, I think Walgreens is a solid stock. Should you go and invest your whole portfolio in that? Probably not. But overall, I think it's pretty solid. Past Walgreens, we got B&G Foods. They actually just paid me a dividend on Friday of $17. So that'll get reinvested on Monday. $29 a share right now. They handle a whole bunch of different food brands and stuff like that. Overall, you can see I'm down with them actually. But overall, it doesn't even matter. I'm getting paid a solid dividend of $17, and I'm down with them $14. So all that, I essentially didn't lose anything. Overall, that's the way I see it. I didn't lose anything. I have about 36 shares. And their dividend yield is 6.46%. So a very high dividend yield. Long term, I probably won't be invested in this, but for the short term, I have no issue with it. And we'll see what happens in the future. I'll keep it in the portfolio though, and I'll probably be adding a little bit more to it. Nothing crazy. Past that, we got Main Street Capital, a monthly dividend as well. Main Street Capital, they pay me last month, and they pay me this month on May 14th of $2.45. Overall, 12 shares of Main Street Capital, 30% in the gains. Solid stuff. Capital Southwest, I'm not sure if Capital Southwest is a monthly dividend. I'll have to double check that. But $24.48 a share, I just kind of got into it not too long ago, and I'm already up about 13%. So not bad at all. Overall, $31, and their dividend yield is 6.63% every single year. Past that is the golden child. It is Tesla. Tesla is up today, or Friday, which is nice. Overall, I have about 4.4 shares of Tesla, sitting at a nice little return of 33% or $793. I buy Tesla every single week, no matter what the price is, of $10. So $10 of my money goes into Tesla every single week. They don't pay a dividend. I don't expect them to ever pay a dividend, and I'm perfectly fine with that. The growth enough is enough for me. Past Tesla, we have Block, which is basically all the crypto plays, every single cryptocurrency type of stock put into one single stock, Block. So Amplified Transformational Data Sharing ETF, $52.91 a share right now. I believe I'm down. Yep, down a little bit with them. Do plan on buying more for sure. I believe they probably just added Coinbase, and they're gonna add more Coinbase shares over time. Have about 12 shares of them, and the dividend yield is 0.5. Not here for the dividend yield at all. Only here for the growth completely. So no worries there. Past that, we got MicroStrategy. I do plan on still selling this. I mentioned it in my last portfolio update, and I do plan on still selling it once I actually break even with it. As you can see, I'm sitting at 1.61 shares of MicroStrategy, down about 14%. And if I break even with this, guaranteed gone. No questions there. I'm going to put this money towards Coinbase and probably some other crypto plays in my portfolio. So, should you invest in MicroStrategy? If you want to, do your research. But personally for me, I'll be getting out of it once I break even. And I 100% believe I can break even within a month. So we'll see what happens. And they had a nice earnings as well. Their earnings call they beat their earnings. So I'll take it, Past that, we got Global X Funds, Global X, NASDAQ 100 covered calls. This is another monthly dividend play. QYLD is the ticker symbol. And basically, they just do covered calls on the stock market. All the money they get from those covered calls would then basically pay them, and then they pay you in a portion, which is the dividend every single month. I have about 21 shares of them. This stock price does not move basically at all. So good stuff there, no problems there, but they do pay a nice dividend, so I can't complain there. Overall, down about $3, but I already made way more than that in the dividend, so I really don't care. It's fine. It's completely fine. Their dividend yield is not 0.07%. It's actually around 8%. This is not updated. Robinhood is actually false on this one. So check them out. Check them out. Just give them a look. Give them a look and see what they got to offer. Either way, solid dividend stock. Thank you guys for recommending this to me. Actually, someone in the comment section about 2 months ago actually recommended this stock. So thank you for recommending it. It's a solid stock to be invested in. Past that, we got ICLN, which is basically my ETF for, what do I want to call it? Clean energy. My clean energy ETF, it says it right there. I don't know why I'm looking all over the room. Sitting at 23.10 a share right now. I have about 10 shares. Do plan on buying more. I'll probably put some more money from that MicroStrategy sell into this as well. And I'm down about 5% with them. No biggie there. Their dividend yield is 1%, but I'm more here for the growth as well. Nothing to worry about here. ARC, next generation internet. I'm not currently buying any more of this right now, but I will be in the future. They make solid stuff, and not solid, they don't make anything. It's just an ETF that has a lot of different next generation internet type of things like Tesla and other innovative companies. Sitting at 148.50 a share right now. I should be down, and I'm down about 10% with them. I have 4.25 shares, nothing crazy. Dividend yield is basically non-existent, so I'm not worried about that. Worried for the growth completely. It's all about the growth here. Most of these stocks at the end, they're all about the growth, not about the dividend. Next one up is ARC Space. Basically, same thing goes here, except you're investing in space innovation type of stocks. Once SpaceX gets on the market, maybe if that ever happens, and other space stocks pop up, then naturally I think this will go up, and we'll see what happens. Overall, I only have about 5 shares of them. I'm up about 51 cents. Nothing crazy. Not too worried about it. We'll be buying more over the long term. Past that, we got NIO, basically the Tesla of China. Cool stuff. 40.12. I haven't bought any. I bought my 5 shares originally when it was at 53. Haven't bought any more since. I do plan on, getting that average down. So I'm probably going to buy some more, maybe 5, maybe 10 more shares. Probably take that from that MicroStrategy play, put it towards this as well. So cool stuff there. NIO is the Tesla for China. That's it. That's it for that one. But I'll be buying some more for sure. Past that, we have Telos, which is basically a cybersecurity / more extra security, government security, all these different types of things for government and security. This is a long-term 10-year play for me. We'll see what happens. 33.18 a share right now, 12 shares, overall down about 10% or $50. Definitely will be buying more, and they do not pay a dividend, and I don't expect them to, but definitely here for the growth as well. Next, past that is Apex Technology, or APXT. If you guys don't know, haven't seen my channel in a while, APXT, solid company. They're basically merging with AvePoint. APXT is actually a SPAC. So they're merging with AvePoint. I said MavPoint. They're merging with AvePoint, which is basically a Microsoft cloud provider, one of the biggest Microsoft cloud providers. A great company. They have great financials. They have great people working there. Everything's solid. So once the merger actually does happen, don't know when it's going to happen at this point in time, but once the merger actually does happen, this stock price is going up. Not worried about it at all. And as you can see, I wouldn't have this many shares and be down by this much, and casually be down by this much, and be happy to be down by this much if I didn't actually believe in this company and what this company is going to do for the future. Either way, I have 170 shares. I'm down 26% with my 170 shares. Could buy more, but I'm really not going to put any more money towards it. I'm okay with what I have. Every now and then I might toss some money out just to bring the average down, but overall I'm not in any rush. But if you want to get into APXT, this is the time to buy APXT. It won't really get lower than $9, I would say. $10 is extremely low for this stock or this SPAC. But yeah, once everything goes, the stock's going to go. No questions asked. And I will be holding it until then. And if you catch me selling it, definitely roast me in the comment section, because I don't plan on selling it. Lastly, I believe is Coinbase, the last one I added to my position, which is, I think, about 3 weeks ago, whenever it went IPO'd. I made a video about it. Whenever it IPO'd, I basically added like 2 days later. Either way, $2.97 a share right now. I'm actually down with them 1.15 shares. I'm down about 14%. Do plan on buying more once I sell that MicroStrategy play. And I'm actually investing in Coinbase for the long term, $5 every single week. And I believe that is the last stock on my portfolio. And it is. So there you guys go. That is my monthly portfolio update for the month of May of 2021. $27,000 and counting. When are we going to hit 30? Hopefully this month. That would be amazing. If it's not this month, no worries. But it'd be nice if we hit $30,000 this month. I've never seen that number before. The highest actually seen on my account so far is $28,000. $28,400, something like that. So if we hit $30,000, that'd be great. But either way, if you enjoy this video, make sure you hit it with a like button. If you want to see more Robinhood content or just content about investing, saving money, budgeting, credit cards, all that kind of stuff, subscribe, do that. And then check out those links down below, because it'll get you a lot of free stuff. I have tons of links down below to get you a lot of free stuff. And I have tons of videos coming soon to get you, or to earn you, a lot of free money passively. You don't have to do a single thing. You put your money in one spot and it'll just grow at a nice rate. I personally think it'll be a nice rate. We'll get into that video when the video comes up. But thank you for watching. As always, I'm out. Take care of yourselves. Dollar Mike. Peace.